This is the Hiboy P6 Electric Bike. When I first saw it, what really caught my eye was its sturdy, modern look with those huge 26 by 4.0 inch fat tires and a tough aluminum frame. It just looks like it's ready for anything, whether you're taking it out on a city street or planning to hit some gravel trails or sandy patches. It definitely doesn't look flimsy, and after spending some serious time with it, I can say it doesn't ride that way either. So, I'll share my honest experience after putting it through its paces. Honestly, I was a little unsure before I got on it for the first time. I'm not a hardcore cyclist, and I was worried that an electric bike like this might be complicated or heavy-handed to use, especially with the fat tires and a big frame. But most of those worries faded pretty quick when I realized how beginner-friendly it actually is. Let's start with the key features, because that's the concrete stuff you want to know. The Hiboy P6 comes with a 750-watt brushless motor. I had some doubts if that was enough for off-road performance, but it really impressed me with a top speed of up to around 28 miles per hour. For an e-bike, that's solid, and more than enough for both commuting and weekend adventures. The 1000-watt peak output means there's some real torque here, so it's able to power up hills and handle loose surfaces without getting bogged down. Range is something I always look at because if you can't make it to your destination and back, it's just going to collect dust. The removable 48-volt 13Ah battery is a big plus, especially since you can charge it off the bike, which is much more convenient if you live in an apartment or want to leave the bike locked up outside. For me, using pure electric mode, I get a bit over 30 miles on a single charge. If you use pedal assist, where the bike helps you when you pedal but doesn't do all the work, that number almost doubles. I got around 50 to 60 miles, depending on how much you rely on the motor. If you're new to e-bikes, pedal assist is a setting where you still pedal, but the motor kicks in to help you along. There are 5 levels on this bike, and I like to keep the pedal assist around 1 or 2 most of the time because it feels closer to regular biking while making hills or long distances a breeze. The display and controls are another highlight. There's an LCD display on the handlebar that keeps you updated on everything you need: your speed, how far you've gone, battery left, riding mode, all at a glance. I thought the display might be basic at first, but it's honestly very clear and easy to use. The buttons for power and adjusting assist levels feel straightforward and sturdy. Some models used to have a 9-speed gear system. I got the 7-speed Shimano system, which is what's on most new P6s. That's more than enough gears for daily rides or serious hills, and shifting is smooth. When it comes to comfort, those big fat tires are not just for looks. They seriously cushion the ride, even on rough or bumpy terrain. I've taken this bike on the road, through gravel, and even along the beach, and it always felt stable. There's also a hydraulic front suspension fork that you can adjust for a softer or firmer ride based on where you're going. For me, being able to tweak suspension made a real difference on trails, keeping it comfortable without feeling bouncy. The headlight is another small thing that stands out. I ride early in the morning sometimes, and the LED headlight gives good visibility. It's also got a loud electric horn, although for shared bike paths, I added a friendlier little bell because the horn is really loud and better for traffic. A couple of other details make a difference if you're thinking about practical stuff. The battery blends in well, giving it a clean look and is easy to remove with a key. Charging is what you'd expect for a battery this size, about 4 to 6 hours for a full charge. The seat is pretty firm, which I actually like for staying in control, but it adjusts for different heights. I'm 5'7", and it fits me well. The recommended range covers from about 5'3" up to 6'4", so most people will find a comfortable setup. I also ended up adding a rear view mirror, and I'd really suggest you get one if you ride in traffic. Now for the brakes. This is probably the most talked about issue with the Hiboy P6. The stock mechanical disc brakes work, but they can get pretty noisy, especially after some time or in wet weather. They stopped the bike, but I wanted more reliable stopping and less noise, so I upgraded both mine and my husband's P6s to hydraulic brakes. After that, braking was much quieter and stopped even smoother. It's not a must for casual riding, but if you push the bike hard or ride fast, you'll notice the upgrade. One thing you'll probably want to know, especially if you're new to e-bikes, is the weight. At around 65 pounds, it's definitely not the lightest. I wasn't able to easily lift it onto a car rack by myself. It's not a problem while riding, but if you have to carry it upstairs or store it somewhere tight, it's worth keeping in mind. For me, once I got used to handling it, the stability from the extra weight actually helped, especially off-road. But if you expect to move it around a lot when not riding, that might be a consideration. While riding, I always feel visible and safe with the headlight and also the horn. The fat tires make it super stable, so even if you're not a confident biker, it's pretty forgiving. I take it to run errands around town, ride on local bike paths, and have even brought it out for light off-roading with friends. From my experience, it's perfect for anyone who wants an e-bike that's easy to handle, but still powerful enough to make actual commutes or adventurous weekend rides fun. I think another good use case for the Hiboy P6 is for those who want a versatile electric bike that feels solid but don't want to spend a fortune. The finish is clean, and the matte paint holds up well even after a few months. It came mostly assembled in the box, and I just did some easy final assembly, nothing too technical. In my opinion, if you're just starting out and want a bike that's not intimidating but still packs enough performance for real rides, I'd recommend this for you. It combines a lot of what riders are looking for: range, comfort, speed, and a bit of off-road capability, all in one package. Sure, the weight and the brakes, unless upgraded, are a small downside, but the total package makes up for it. In conclusion, the Hiboy P6 electric bike has definitely surprised me, in a good way. It's held up to regular use, brought some fun into everyday errands, and actually made me want to spend more time outside. If you're searching for something that bridges the gap between easy city riding and the ability to tackle tough trails, this is a quick review for you. I will post full information about the Hiboy P6 electric bike in the comments section. See you in the following videos.